Hello Capricorn, this is a reading for you guys, and this is all about you, and whatever comes up comes up. I wanted to also tell you and thank you and share my gratitude with you of your helping support me on this journey here. Everything that you do to support me, I feel it, I love it, and I appreciate it. Everything. And I really get a strong sense, because I did shuffling before I stacked it here and left it here for thought. And I feel it's a huge struggle within you. And at times it's really trying to take over you, right? So this 5-card spread is going to be your distant past, your recent past, your present, and your immediate future and your distant future, okay? So this is the bottom card after I shuffled, okay, which is temptation. This is the devil card, major arcana in this oracle deck, okay? And this also came up in your previous readings too, the devil card. This constant battle. Again, it's like that deep rooted that brought this on. So let's start, guys. That's your distant past. Okay. And on the bottom here, you have the universe here. So it's like, because we're doing a spread of past, present, and future. And in the beginning of the first shuffle, that's like what you're dealing with now, part of your past. But this is also what is your future too, another major arcana. This is the World card. Good things are in your destiny. But it's a matter of keeping up, standing your ground, knowing what you're worth, striving for what you know you're worth. And then it also being the card of 21, and I break it down to 3 in numerology. 3 is a magic number. And then here we have victory and success here, okay? Like, this is beauty at its finest. Clearly, great things are very, very, very near to you. You can see them. You know they're there. Maybe you've put them on the back burner for a while. And it's time to dig into that toolbox, right? And pull those tools out again, right? So in your distant past, we've got the 4 of Swords. And that is something that you've been doing for a long time. Is mentally really trying to bring that peace and clarity and calmness. So your brain, your mental thoughts have been in rest and rejuvenate mode constantly. Like, this is what you've been having to do mentally to get through your day. Maybe you're actively always doing something, but maybe that activeness is what's keeping you above shore, above the water, on the outside, which is wonderful, right? That means you have strength. That means you have drive. That means you have willpower, right? And then you being Capricorn, it's like you are love. Like, you are family. You are new beginnings. You are very capable. You are representation of the death card. Like, you do carry baggage, but you're able to pull through, and you're able to learn from those things and transform. Like, death of something, beginning of another. And so your recent past here, we've got, okay, so it was in reverse. It's your firm foundation. So this is your Four of Pentacles. So clearly that Devil card, being like temptation, however it fits with you, has really rocked and made your spinal cord, like your, you know, when people say grow a backbone, like yours was crooked with that temptation. But showing that you have been mentally conquering your brain. Like, as soon as you feel like it's about to overload, you do it. You get through it. And that temptation is such a burden on your spine. It's a burden on your back. It's a weight on your shoulders. And it's, right now, it's really getting to you. It's like Four of Pentacles, meaning like manipulation and control depending on the situation, but it's like, are you lacking manipulation and control of yourself? Yes, because that's where the temptation, you know. But at the same time, it's like, why do you lack that? What is it that you're searching for? Ow. Weird. What is it that you're searching for that is really going to strengthen that lower, that backbone of yours, right? And it's like, you standing there in front of that mountain, and it's almost like you're afraid of it. Like, you know it's going to take a lot of skill, a lot of wise decisions to make sure that everything goes the way it needs to go, right? And then you're present right now. Oh dear. Capricorn. You have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So Eight of Swords upright, meaning, and Swords is your mental thoughts, right? Clearly, like, it's like you're constantly doing this because you're trying to battle this. You're trapped in fear. What's trapping you in fear? Are you afraid to become who you need to be, or who you want to be, or what you feel like you should be and what people should notice about you because that's who you are, and you want someone to care for you and love you the way who you are? So pretty much you need to enter something, if anything's in your life right now, naked. And then maybe what has put you in this cage here, because there is light shining here in this entrapment. But if you can see, you're covering your face to the light. Like you're choosing not to see it, not by choice that you want to, but because, like, what's driven you to feel this way. And again, like, this is not something you wake up with. This is something that has been planted in your head. For example, like being a child, right? You have no control. Maybe you didn't have the best life. Maybe you had everything financially or physically, but mentally and emotionally, and that connection just wasn't there. Maybe you didn't have anything. Maybe you just don't know how to let go of whatever it is that you're dealing with, and that escape route seems so much easier, right? But it doesn't fix anything. It's not even a band-aid. It's more like, it's not even anything. It's like throwing acid on a wound. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make anything better. Nothing. It's worse. And here it's like you're stuck here. I really feel like I need to tell you to forgive yourself and love yourself. And I feel like you, with this Four of Pentacles, like, and that you're Capricorn, like you have so much drive, you have so much humility, you have so much understanding, and that softness where you can really feel where a person's coming from, and you can really tune yourself in. Like you probably make a good counselor. At the same time, it's like most of the people don't even know that you're suffering yourself, right? So in your immediate future, get the light in reverse, which is the Sun card, which is a magnificent immediate future for you. Crawling out of here, okay? This is ahead of you. The Sun card is ahead of you, okay? A major arcana in your future. The Sun. Destiny. It's enlightenment. It's fate. It's... You have so much power here. Right? Gotta get out of here. Capable, and like being the Capricorn too, like you're good with your hands, right? Whether it be building something, taking things apart and making them better, music, song, because you just have that nature of yourself where you can connect with things on another level because you have that emotional tune that can relate to certain things, right? I love that you have. Really makes me feel for you. So in your distant future, we have the third eye chakra in reverse. See that one? The chakras don't come up as often. And this is a very important one, okay? Because I'm pretty sure that, because it's a little dark in here, that's your third eye, right? Third eye also being your mental frame, like that blue. Key facts, color indigo. Oh, sorry, see. Yeah, no, sorry, you're right. I'm right. Sound element light, gland pituitary, keywords I see. And so if there are situations where you are not feeling confident because your backbone's not as strong, wake up and tell, like before you go to bed, every time you remember, I see myself doing this. I see it. I can see how this is going to play out. Like, tap into that intuition that you feel in there, right? That genuine family nature, because when you have that, I don't want to say paternal, but at the same time it is that dear spiritual nature where you're just, like, you take care of your family and stuff like that and your loved ones. That's you, I feel. This is the most often talked about of all the chakras in clairvoyance, inner seeing, intuition, and higher levels of consciousness are all associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, it works closely with the throat and crown chakras and will assist you with the psychic and intuitive inner guidance. To balance the third eye chakra, I recommend that you practice walking meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations and color therapy. Don't just focus on this one chakra. As part of your development, as it's important to remember that they all should be in balance in order to work in union and harmony. And I get, for if some of you are dealing with temptation, that's clearly going to get in the way. But again, the things that you may have done, the things that you may have felt or feel ashamed of while you did time in a temptation. Some of you may be battling with it, some of you are coming out of it, some of you are recovering. But yeah, the drug maybe, or the alcohol, or the prostitute, like whatever, like there's lots of addictions out there that can really take from you if it's upset, like if it's abused, right? Gambling. And then you feel bad for all the things you did during that time, right? Compiled on top of like, I didn't mean to do these things, I was such a terrible person, I made some really harsh decisions. But then if you backtrack and you're like, but I did that because of this. Yes. So yeah, you did. You owned it. And it's okay, because the biggest part is owning it. And knowing that whatever did before that in your first 20 years of your life that brought you here, maybe it was in the first 5 years of your life that something changed you, right? And you just never dealt with it. You are in charge of your fortunes. Things are destined for you, but depending if you take the red pill or the blue pill, right? So can we please clarify the trapped in fear for our Capricorns here? Some more answers on here. Let's try to connect with them more to see. This is making them feel understood. It's too many. Oh. But I feel like maybe that's why you're trapped in fear, because there is so many, right? So let's go with it. So, trapped in fear, the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like these are wishes. Because when you're trapped in fear and you're stuck in your mental thought, and the universe wants you to balance your thoughts, harmonize your feelings. Don't just think of something so hard. Feel that too, and understand it too, and accept it too, and put things where they need to go. Because they all don't belong in one basket. They all have their own spot. Whether it be lessons, karmic lessons, their lesson, right? So this being the Nine of Pentacles. And this is like how I feel about you, Capricorn. You are that person who has the ability and the want and the drive to make a nest, a family, and build it, and support it, and nurture it, and shine light on it, and care for it, and make it safe. This is you. But this is getting in the way. Maybe you're feeling like you're not with the right one. Maybe you're feeling like you haven't found that one. But at the same time, those good things, your right one hasn't come to you because maybe you're not possibly ready for your right one yet, because you have not conquered coming out of here. Because what would be so great if you had entered a relationship where your partner was still trapped in things and it just hindered your relationship right off the bat. Like, there is no way that you guys could actually become fully out in the open and get it on the table, and the things that you don't like about yourself that they will not care about. And how will you know that they're like that if you don't approach it, if you don't say anything, if you don't let it go, if you don't even own it yourself? There's something, a flaw. Like, yeah, we all have flaws. Not one of us is perfect. But when we realize that, yeah, it's our flaw, and who cares? Like, that's what makes me me. That's who I am. And then here too, trapped in fear, is the Three of Swords. And in reverse, I feel like it's a part of your past. Where 3 is a crowd. There's heartbreak, betrayal, lying, deception. And it messed with everything. Because swords being your mental state, right? Like, again, like, that's what it did. Chakra, mental state, your third eye. Trapped in fear, 8 of Swords. Rest and rejuvenate, 4 of Swords. Here you are again, 3 of Swords. And then after that is Hermit mode. The Hermit, Major Arcana, in reverse. So also, Hermit is, so if you watch your other signs, your rising sign and your moon sign, and some of it may reflect some light on this situation too. And the Hermit adding some Virgo energy, kind of secluded and held back. And then with it being in reverse, it's like it's gone to another level. Or maybe this Hermit mode you're bursting out of, right? And that's where this Sun comes into play, is that you coming out of this, and not just like I'm not saying you're a totally quiet person, but the fact that maybe you're too quiet of who you are. You think about situations way too much. Instead of just going with the flow, you kind of analyze it yourself, tell yourself what's going to happen, and then that's your decision. Without even experiencing it yet, right? Because you do this too much for too long. And then underneath that is the Moon card in reverse. So the Moon card here, right side up, is like internal conflict, right? It's facing your fears. And maybe perhaps this fear is what's keeping you in your head, is this betrayal that you've had in your past. And it's locking you in there, but you got to remember that is a part of your past. That is not who you are. That is not who you're going to meet. That is not what your daily is. That is not what you wake up and eat, sleep, and poop. That is not it. That is a part of your past. That was a lesson. That's something you gained. That's something, yeah, it doesn't seem like you gained something, but then it made you learn something about yourself. Like, why did I pick this person to be with in the first place? What was I searching for that they gave me that wasn't healthy? Because clearly it wasn't. Or you'd still be with them, or you wouldn't be feeling this way. Maybe you wouldn't feel so trapped. Or maybe because it has to do with yourself. But obviously there was a scenario in your past that really, and not saying just relationship, like I mean, like if the Temptation card is in here, it has deep roots. This is not something you caused for yourself. This is also other parties involved, right? And then leaving you with the things that you've done in your past, right? What I was saying. That contemplation and that trapped in fear, which also goes with the Moon card, because like I said, the internal conflict, like facing your fears, facing the things that you hate the most about yourself. And then here being in reverse, it's like, are you finally letting go? Or, because the universe is saying, you do this, like, let go. Give your sadness, give your guilt, give your shame, give it to us. Go stand outside in the water with bare feet and just say, please take this, and they will trade you and give you something good. What you deserve, because you deserve what you are, and you are so much more than what you're fighting yourself about. You're so stuck on this negative side of you that you're refusing to see the good that you offer to anyone around you, yourself. You're capable of so much. I feel like you also are an artist. I also feel like you are good at doing things with your hands where people notice it and they try to compliment you on it, and that you need to use that more. And a part of that is not just find a hobby, it's because when you do something that you truly enjoy and you can see how it bounces off other people and you see what it grows, right there, that's your self-esteem growing. That's your healthy ego growing. That is your spirit growing. It's so many things in positive, like none of it's bad. And it being reversed, like the capability is there. It's like right there. You're ready to get out of there. You're ready to get rid of this old and bring on the world, baby. Right? Beautiful. Let it go. Because you've got not only the sun here with all the support and strength and fate and destined changes of yourself, leading into the best changes into your world and giving you the world. Like, the world is like so many possibilities with the world. This is completion. This is wholeness. And this is exactly what needs to happen. You step out of here. Face the demons. Put the demons where they belong. Take the good out of it. Come out of there. The light's here waiting for you. Like, you're a very strong, powerful person on the inside and out. People love hanging out with you. You're good company. You're funny. You're a little bit firm sometimes, but stepping out of that box, right? You can be quiet. But when people know you, like, you're fun, right? And the world is waiting for you. You just gotta walk in there, my friend, Capricorn. So let's get you some fairy advice here, okay? Some good old lovely. Okay. I knew this card was gonna pop out. It always pops out. It's like everyone these days need to start enjoying the sweeter things in life, whether it be that simple chocolate bar from the store, or sitting at the beach, or going for a walk, or letting that bumblebee sit on your hand, or however you take with nature. Like, anything that you enjoy and anything that you see positive, take the good from it, because that is the universe sending you good things. Take it. Take it. Don't try to change what you can't control and what is already done. It's about time that you start having that cake and eating the whole damn thing, because you deserve it. It is your time. So 62 and 8. And 8 being that number of like the same shape as the eternal sign. Like, for forever goodness, like, it'll be great once you can jump out of this. Because right now is the time, because you've got a lot of energy here that is supporting you on this. Keyword is yum. The chocolate brownie fairy is all about the sweetness of life. Allow yourself to fully consume all the sweetness that life has to offer. Live in the moment. See the joy in all things, from the tiniest butterfly to the beauty of the highest peaks. Laugh as much as possible, especially at yourself. And that's really important, to laugh at yourself. Laughing at yourself, what normally people might, you think, make fun of you about. When you laugh at yourself, it shows that you've accepted that flaw of yourself. Like, it doesn't bother you anymore. That's just part of you. And if someone's going to be in your life and they have a problem with a flaw of your body, or of how you like your music, or the way you like the color of your hair, then they don't need to be a part of your nest. They don't serve you any purpose. Okay? That's one small flag. The rest will come and unfold, right? So learn from that. If you have the opportunity to go on an adventure, have your bags packed, ready and waiting. Meet new people and do new things. Like, honestly, expand your hobbies. Try new things. Step out of your box. Because what you've already been doing, or what you've been taught, isn't serving its purpose anymore. Change needs to come, unless, like I said, like there's two routes. You can either stay or you can go forward. Because you can stay in the present, and it ain't going to serve you anything, but this will always be waiting for you when you're ready to make that change. Remember, learn something new each day. Find fun and adventure in even the simplest things. Make your life a party. Remember to play, and if you have to work, bring the spirit of play into your workplace. Embrace all of the life to the fullest. Rejoice at being on this earth. Be grateful for the experience, and above all, eat more chocolate. Eat more chocolate today. So it's like, at the same time too, guys, I know it seems cheesy, but before you go to sleep and when you wake up, tell yourself, I love you. Love yourself. Love your flaws. Embrace what you've learned. Embrace what you've lost. Embrace what you've gained. Embrace the talents you have. And because I know there are things that you can do that not everyone can do. Embrace those things. When you embrace those things, you're embracing yourself. When you're embracing yourself, you're loving yourself. When you're loving yourself, it's going to ooze off of your aura, that it's going to attract those people that are feeling the same way. And watch, you'll see. Being stuck here won't fix anything. You know this, it's right. It's common sense when you just say it like that. But being able to to snap out of there, to get out of there, to know that you're worth more. Yes, you've done this, but you know what? That's what I had to do, and that's what happened to me in my life, and look what happened to me now. I pat myself on the back because I am so proud of me, of who I've become, of who I'm going to do, and like share and create and build, and like you're open to so much in life, guys. Okay, strong reading. Thank you for sharing this with me, guys. It shows me again that there's so much ahead of you guys, that you're strong and you can do this. You can do this. Okay? Take care. Good night. Much love. And you got this. I know you got this, okay? You're right there. Stop being your own enemy, okay?